Good morning. Our first issue is Cyclone Yas. Cyclone Yas, which is formed over Bay of Bengal region, it has reached the coastal regions of Odisha and West Bengal, caused extensive damage, including socio-economic and environmental damages. Some of the socio-economic damages include loss of life, loss of property, loss of infrastructure, etc. Environmental impacts include the damages due to the storm surges, especially the coastal salinity, damages to the coastal sand, etc. Now, the immediate measure should be post disaster reconstruction. How the people should be rehabilitated, how the relief measure should be provided, how the disaster compensation should be provided, how the infrastructure that got damaged during this period will be reconstructed. On these areas, the government should focus and it should emphasize on build back better. This is the principle that's discussed over Sendai framework, Hyogo framework. These two are related to disaster management practices to reduce the disaster risk. In the post disaster management, build back better should be the mantra. Next issue is IT rules versus right to privacy. Recently, the government has formulated IT rules under Information Technology Act. WhatsApp now went to the High Court saying that these guidelines and these rules, IT rules, they violate the right to privacy of the citizen and other rights. Under IT rules, the government has made it mandatory for the social media companies to identify the first originator of the information. Companies like WhatsApp, they follow end-to-end encryption. That means they cannot read the messages. They cannot read our messages. They will have the data of information such as who has sent, at what time, to whom, at what frequency. We call it as metadata. But as of now, WhatsApp is not storing the messages that we are sending. It is storing the data around those messages. Right now, according to these guidelines, WhatsApp has to store the messages. WhatsApp and other social media companies. This is against the company's principle of end-to-end encryption. And the company also says that it is going to harm the freedom of speech and expression of the individual, right to privacy, which is enunciated under Puttaswamy case, which said right to privacy is part of Article 21. Now, right to privacy is also right to anonymity. So, under this particular Puttaswamy case, right to privacy is declared as fundamental right. That's the argument of the company. Now, the government argues that fundamental rights are there, we agree, but they are not absolute. There are reasonable restrictions on fundamental rights. Freedom of speech, right to privacy, these should be balanced with security and law and order. The next issue is economic situation of India. In the present context, in the second phase of COVID-19, there are many companies, MSMEs, big MNCs, startups, almost all economic activity got impacted. And the fiscal spending, now the way forward is government should increase the fiscal spending. What happens when government increases fiscal spending? It increases the demand, more money with the people, more demand, more production, more employment, which ultimately leads to more growth in the country. So that's why government should spend more money. And yes, it increases the fiscal deficit, but that's the only solution. Apart from that, credit guarantee to the small borrowers, support to the vulnerable sections, restructuring of the loans by the banks, quicker vaccination, a large scale fiscal stimulus. These should be the way forward to address the economic crisis that we are facing now. The next issue is Lakshadweep. The administrator of Lakshadweep has passed certain regulations in the recent months. Administrator of Lakshadweep is appointed under Article 239, Article 239A by the President of India. Administrator can issue the regulations. Recently, land regulations, Gunda Act, likewise there are many regulations released under administrator's guidance. Now the controversy is the administrator appointed for Lakshadweep is a politician, active politician. According to various commissions and committees, Sarkaria Commission for example, active politicians should not be appointed as administrators and governors. The original purpose of union territory is to protect the culture and uniqueness of a particular region. But appointing a politician and having a greater role of center without regard to the local people is the antithesis to this particular philosophy of union territory itself. So now the people are demanding for recall of the administrator by the President of India. The next issue is Nepal's political crisis. The President of Nepal has dissolved the legislature. The root of the crisis started from this. From 2008 to 2015, they have formed a constitution, new constitution. Again, this was controversial at the time. Based on this constitution, new constitution, in 2017 elections happened. No party got the majority. Then they formed the coalition government. The two parties agreed for power sharing, saying that 2.5 years, a party's representative would be the prime minister. Remaining 2.5 years, another person would be the prime minister. That's how they agreed for that. But then the prime minister Oli, he didn't agree to share the power after his 2.5 years rule. And then to address the local problems, he started highlighting the border issue, Kalapani issue with India. The Parliament of Nepal also amended their constitution to change the map. That led to a controversy between India and Nepal. And recently, there's a resolution of the House, and they announced elections in the month of November. With regard to India, though we have the controversies and conflicts with Nepal, we should play an engaging role in this crisis. We should not be seen as partisan in this context. The next issue is implementation of GST. GST is passed as an act under 101 Constitutional Amendment Act. When it was passed, it is seen as one of the best examples for cooperative federalism because center transferred some of its powers, taxing powers to states, and states does the same. But now, after the implementation of 3 years, even before last year's crisis, there were certain issues. Trust issues arose between center and state. Recently, if we see GST Council, the meeting has deferred for 6 months, and then GST compensation is not paid on a regular basis. In addition to them, the inherent problems with GST structure is there are multiple tax rates, complexity in filing the taxes, higher tax slabs, and loss of revenues to the states. So these have become bigger problems in GST implementation. Now, next issue is tackling the rural distress. Rural areas have become more vulnerable now due to the COVID distress, less health infrastructure, low rates of vaccination, reverse migration from urban to rural areas. These have become the problems. Now, implementing the PDS, universal PDS, and providing more work days under MGNREGS can be the better solutions. Next issue is liquidation of Devas. Devas is a company, multimedia company, which was incorporated in the year 2004. While incorporating itself, it is incorporated as under fraudulent means, and it has made a secret deal with some of the officials of Antrix. Antrix is the commercial wing under Department of Space. And there's a controversy saying that Antrix and its officials sold the spectrum illegally to Devas company. Now, liquidation of this Devas company by NCLT started. There was a case in Supreme Court and other courts. Now, NCLT, National Company Law Tribunal, has liquidated this particular company. Next issue is Sri Lanka Bangladesh currency swap. They have agreed for 200 million currency swap. Earlier, it asked India for currency swap and debt moratorium. We didn't answer. Thank you very much. All the very best.